Hi, everybody. This is Allison from AllyKat Creations. How are you? Please, please, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you have yet to do so. And if you get anything from my work, a connected dot, an epiphany, a mind explosion, a new book to read, a new author to explore, please consider supporting my work. All the links will be at the bottom of the description of this video once it is off live. Fun times. Please, if you wouldn't mind, go check out my portfolio at allykatcreations211.com, where you could see a plethora of pyramids and skulls and artwork. I didn't get to update my website yesterday. I was supposed to. A lot of things happened yesterday out of my control. So please check me out there. And hi, everybody. I also have memberships to my channel. It's at a 3D. It's the lowest level. That's where we're at right now. 3D. Yay. Um, Channel memberships. I did my first channel member video yesterday. That was an oracle card reading for just an update on the energy for the select few who are members. Thank you for helping me out and supporting the channel. So channel member only videos will be coming out as I can get them done. And tonight we're going to do our raffle for my paint and sip paintings. There's 4 paintings up for raffle. I got everybody's number assignments on my community tab, but I will also show that closer to like 6:15. I'll do the drawing. So we could get people to come in. Hi, Scott. Hi, Ashmaya. Hi, Christina. Hi, friends. I hope everybody's having a blessed and beautiful day ahead forever because there's no time. Hi. Hi, Bob. Thank you for sharing. I was just uh okay. So in the beginning of my spiritual journey, I just popped on Facebook on my desktop and Spirit likes to drop me information sometimes through videos. Hi, Kathy. Oh, welcome, Kathy. Guess what, Kathy? I'll add you because you're amazing, Kathy Sky Song. I love you. I'm gonna add you because I didn't do the number generator. I have a number wheel. I'll add you for today. Hi, Kathy. Thank you for becoming a member. Hi, guys. Where is my little you got the cute. Where's my emojis? I don't have I have to figure out how to make emojis, but you get kitty cats in a box because um okay, so I will wait for Amy to come on if she comes on. So before I popped in live, um I got home from work really late. Uh I'll go through my day, cray cray. And as I was just getting myself fed and like was set up, Spirit drops me this video, which I'm going to have to watch and maybe do an assessment on quantum AI in my metaphysical video. It's quantum information, okay? Panpsychism explained. That's quantum consciousness. It's a perception. And it's from a guy who's made the original CPU, the touch screen. Like this guy is like super genius and goes into consciousness. And it's freaking mind-blowing. The little chunk that I got to listen to like 5 minutes before, where am I at on this? I'm gonna have to re-listen. I'm not even in 5 minutes, and this guy's blowing my mind. So I will watch that, and then I'll do a recap for you guys. And yeah, this is what spirit does to me. And it's over an hour and 19 minutes long, almost an hour 20. So to that. But yeah, I am very excited. That just like made my night. Besides like being here. Um and the reason why I say that is that a lot of the things that I speak about and what Daniel Scranton, Brian Scott, Bashar, and a lot of other channels that are in the Christ conscious direction, the Christ consciousness, the ascended outside of your paradigm thinking, all of us are in the same ray of source and with the same councils and same social memory complexes. This will help a scientific mind explain consciousness and the expansion thereof of it. So I'm really excited to spirit dropping that in my lap, pretty much. This is from Essentia Foundation, Federico Fagin, and then Giacomo Murio Di Arino are the people, Bob. This just came out 7 days ago, but he's explaining quantum information, which is my alley right now. Hi, El Sunray. What's up, girlfriend? Yay. Thank you guys for your support and your love. I will be holding the raffle at around like 6:15 when more people come in. I'm really excited. We got Kathy to add on to that entry. There's like a now that would add to I wait, hang on. Let me I'm just gonna put this in here so I have my list here that I had to update anyway because I got more entries last minute. Um, 31. 31. So anybody that is a channel member, I just did yesterday. Okay, so yesterday was my not wanting a day off because why would I want to not get paid? I hopefully it goes through. Either I make up the day another day, and I don't know how that's physically possible, or you could take a personal day or whatever day that I have in the bank because I'm not salaried, so it doesn't carry over. So I never take off. The only day I did take off was when the kids weren't in and Odin was passed over. So that was the only personal day I took. Um, so I caught up on a lot of laundry. I did a channel member only Oracle card reading. I'm going to do Oracle cards. I left them out. So at the end of the closer to the end of the live, we'll be pulling some Oracle cards for everybody. Um so that was the first video I got to do for everybody who's a member. So thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I know Buckshot! I know a bunch of people already watched it that are members. I'm a small little guy channel, starting to get a little traction here and there. The Showman residence has been blah. And today I'm okay, so this is like a shirt dress. A shirt dress. Um, a really good friend of mine in New York um just bought me some outfits. Uh and because Valentine's Day is coming up, Galentine's Day, and she knows my financial situation and circumstances aren't great. And if I need to change jobs or move into more of a corporate role somewhere, I at least will have clothes that semi are official. And today was one of the themes. We had a theme dress all in black. I was like, oh, well, hello, let me bring it. And they wore this really cool silky outfit here with a nice tie. I'm corporate tie. So I really think my friend Katie, she's fantastic. Um, yeah. Hi, Steven. Steven, where are you? What part of the world are you in? I would love to barefoot walk. Um, I know the Amish do it, but I think at this season and this juncture in Pennsylvania and Ohio, it is not it they gotta wear shoes. Um, there's no way I'm going outside without shoes on right now. It's too cold. Hmm. I also am consciously aware in my neck of the woods, there's a lot of ticks. And I have seen those stupid ticks, those parasites that make you allergic to being carnivore. Oh, okay, beautiful. So yes, enjoy your barefoot walk. I used to enjoy in on Staten Island, obviously it's an island, and I was surrounded by beaches. I would go to a very quiet spot where most people fish, and you weren't really allowed to, but those fish and wildlife people didn't care as long as you were being respectful. Like I would go down a very long stretch on this beach and just sit and meditate all day when I was having rough times. That's one thing I do miss about not being around the ocean. But then I don't miss hurricanes. I don't miss it. So, mm, yeah. Oh, copperheads, yikes. That's what pew pews are for. That's what pew pews are for. So today was crazy. Um, not in a bad way. One of the kids in my class had a meltdown. Uh, there's a lot going on. So I talk about the kids in my school just so that because this is what I'm around because they're not reading the Schumann residence. They don't understand what's going on. They just are experiencing. They're just experiencing. And there's a lot of activity going on. A lot of spiritual activity going on. Um, yeah, I have, hey Jax, I have grounding mats, and I'm actually thinking about bringing, I have three of them. One, okay, I know I'm going off tangent because I have a lot of spirit now coming in. So I'm probably going to start channeling at some point if I'm not already. I have I took Dina to this store that's up the block and down a little further from me, and it's called the Bin Store. And I found a grounding mat that was a $40 grounding mat for a dollar. A dollar. So I might bring that in and see if that calms some of my kids down because I am lacking just about everything in my room that I can't. Mm-mm. So I'm excited for all of you guys to come and join me. I have my trusty coffee here, needed. Um, so why I am late, why I came home late, the bus that takes special educational kids home was at a different entrance where all the cars go to pick up their kids. And I can't just let my teacher with these kids just be by themselves. So I had to wait to get the kids on the bus safely and then get myself out of there. And that took forever because there was a backup in cars. So I got home a little late. Um, Going back. Sorry, I'm retracing my thinking because it's been crazy. So for all of you that are on my Telegram, I highly apologize for not posting the source messages every day like I used to. A lot of people, and I post them all over the place in Telegram pages. I do apologize. I haven't been able to do that because each day it's been post like when I see the postings, I'm usually working and I'm not allowed to have my phone out. And then I don't have a lunch. I don't take lunch. And if I don't see it, I can't post it until way later. And then by the time I get home, I forget. But today's source message really hit here. Tell yourself when I step outside, I bring my inner peace and tranquility with me into the world. Everything in my life is in divine order. I need not worry about what I cannot control, and what I can control is under control. My spirit has a plan in place to keep my soul in order and my mind at ease. I understand that my life is a byproduct of the energy that I emit. I send out calmness, patience, composure, and anticipate it making it its way through me. That was huge. That's huge. Well, I didn't even know you were watching me, Miss Kathy Sky Song. Thank you. Um, I did mention this the other day, and I forgot which video about. I mean, I always talk about chats, always. I barriers. My barriers are up. Uh, Hi Gregory. My barriers are up. So before I found this quantum information, like conscious video, RJ Sperna, he's also a channel. He it channels someone. Yoga, I don't think it's Yogananda. He does some Ascended Master. Regardless who he channels. He's like, I can't put this on on YouTube and yada 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 yada. The only thing he is accurate about is the fact that he's like, well, we're gonna unravel 47 and then we're gonna unravel the other side, and the what choices are being presented to us at this moment in time, pretty much. And this goes back into my non-dualistic divine neutrality point I always try to strive to make to everybody. Just like that just said, that source message. Just like this guy, this Italian beautiful quantum person is stating, your state of being, your frequency is what affects your reality. We all know the effery and shenanigans that goes on in life. If it really truly looks like and is a movie, why are we allowing it to then rent space up in our heads as if it's really happening and we're not detaching our emotional states? And it's a spew of venom fest in chats right now. Um, a few people were pointing out, well, that's being a pacifist, Allison. You're not taking a stance. Well, why do I need to take a stance with I already know I'm the light. I'm team light. Thank you, Christina. I'm team light. I know my team. I know what I incarnated in the multiple fractal forms. The majority of all the essences that are consciously in physical form are of light. I might have one or two that is on the negative side because it needs those experiences. But I bet when the unfoldment of the particles and the atoms and the quantum states of the subatomic particles reach to my highest vibration and unfolds in front of me, and I have more of these 5D experiences, right? All of you the same. Those other portions and fractals of me are going to join over. They just needed those experiences. Hi, Roger. I did. I wish James Bone a happy birthday at 5:15. No, later than that. 5:40 this morning, my time. And if James Bone does watch, happy birthday, Mr. James Bone. Happy birthday. This is something else I captured. Some people look for errors and mistakes, while others look for beauty and inspiration. And we usually find what we are looking for. Every suffering is born from attachment. Let go and become free. Life was never meant to be a cage. Flow with it, not against it. Nothing is accidental. The universe is too intelligent for that type of creation. Now, for our lower animal selves, and that not mean you're an animal, but the lower form of your being, a lot of people benefited from you playing small most of your life. That chapter is done. Step into what you are. Take up space. Authenticity has a way of unsettling all the pretenders. If you're following people that is not saying like I do, you create your own reality. Think for your actual self. Don't let other people dictate to you your paradigm. The the construct in which your mind creates reality. That's why I need to listen to that quantum information panpsychism video. Your field, your vibration creates your reality. Hi, Cap. What's up? You create your own reality. So in my reality, I choose not to feed negative energy anymore. I am not going to sit and be a mommy for people 20 years older than thyself. Because thy older people should know better than to spew venom at each other for being on the same side. When you have an argument or a disagreement, does that mean you model poor verbiage, poor behavior, or do you stand up and be an adult? It's okay to have inference. We're meant to have it. We're meant to, when you have a conflict with somebody or you have a disagreement with somebody, it's a beautiful way to deconstruct ideas. It's a beautiful way to expand other ways of perception. If everybody thought the same damn way, we would get nowhere. God's expressing itself through all things. Everything is source. It's omnipotent and omnipresent. That includes everything you freaking hate. As you mature your adeptship and you're coming into the initiation of, oh crap, okay, if God's all things, it's omnipotent, omnipresent, then I don't need to hate anything. I can dislike. And then when you pass that stage, you get to, I don't prefer that. And then you get to that stage where, okay, I get it. You're looking down. Oh, that's why it's happening that way. Ah, cool. And it's okay to get triggered. Triggering, triggering is a nice way to find out what inside of you needs healing or something that is within you that needs a release. Now, the harder part that I've come into my own awareness of is I get triggered for things that didn't happen in this lifetime. Meaning in this conscious reality that I haven't merged my other selves with other selves in the dimensionality of the multiverse. Time is simultaneously happening. So everything is happening right in this now moment. And the other now moments that I am living in, um, they're merging with this self. So I forgot who explained it. Oh, it was the sun glow chick. The girl with the rods, dowsing rods, sun glow. She asked a question. I don't know who she was asking it to. It was on TikTok. And she asked about the timelines about the Mandela effect and how the Mandela effect is a timeline shift. And we shift in and out of time in seconds. We're doing it now. So you are a time traveler, FYI. Literally, you're instantaneously you're vibrating. That's a Kabbalion law. That's a hermetic law. That's a law of the universe. You're vibrating. You're constantly shifting and moving. It's at a rate of speed that you can't perceive with your two eyes, right? But you're jumping in and out of different timelines constantly. When humanity, because we all signed a contract, so we're all bound to a limitation of where and how high we can jump in any one given moment. We have to shift with humanity. Individually, I could shift into my highest timeline, but it's a timeline that has to still work within the 3D confines, if that makes sense. Because then I'd be that guy in the middle of the forest that jumps into a portal and disappears and never be seen again. Because I just shifted into a whole nother dimensional space. So what she was explaining was the mandalas that a lot of us have experienced is because we shifted into physical time delineations into another paradigm where things are just a smidgen different. They're still very similar. So if we have a book, let's just take a book, and each page has different words on it, but it's the same book. We're just reading through it. Think about time what we perceive as time and the timelines, we're just jumping a couple of pages ahead. And the story's a little different because it's accelerating, it's moving forward. We're going deeper into the story, but you're still reading the same book. That's what's happening when we experience mandala effects. We're in the same book, we're in the same construct, but we're shifting in a different page. And we're experiencing a little stuff slightly different. And then we keep jumping and we keep jumping and we keep jumping. And at some point, we're sort of merging a major timeline that's up here, the higher wavelengths. It's merging now with us. We already had one merger, we're having a few more. And I have a download coming in right now. Absolutely, Gregory. Um, so those plane crashes and all the things that are happening around the universe right now is orchestrated, divinely orchestrated by us. That was a ways and a means. If it truly happened, I don't necessarily believe everything I see on television, and I don't absolutely believe everything I read or see, as Wikipedia and some other sites are getting George Orwell. That's why I don't necessarily believe every narrative and everything steered in one direction. If you are stuck in one perception, I don't care how many papers and documents and you could show me all the proof in the world, there is another perception out there that will tell you otherwise because we live in duality. I was listening to yeah, so in time, so as the universe does expand and contract, that's also affecting our perception in linear space-time. We just can't perceive too much. Thank you, Kathy. We can't perceive that much and feel it unless you have that unique ability. I don't have that unique ability, but I do get affected by time. It's not that it doesn't exist, it's just our perception of it is very skewed. It's very skewed. And the way the girl with I forgot her, Megan, I want to say her name is. She's a sweetheart. And she's like me. She's like, if this stuff does not resonate within you, don't take it. You have the free will, your choice, to absorb or not to absorb, to integrate or not to integrate the information. Just don't take it on my word. When Yeshua was walking around the planet, do you really think he was worried about if someone took his words properly? Probably not, because scribes wrote his words and they were wrong. The 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 stories and all that stuff, inversions, misinterpretations. The allegory was, and even in allegory, things are taken symbolically in a million different directions. You know, you have the Gnostic point of view, you have the exoteric, you have the esoteric, you have a cult, you have all this stuff. But that's just background noise. It's all background noise. I don't care. Any of the books behind me, they're going to have a different perception or a different interpretation than I do. That's the unique expression of source energy that's running and flowing through you. It's not all meant to be the same. If it was the same, we'd all be talking like robots and be part of the hive consciousness. No, thank you. I am not in the hive mind. I'm not a gray. And not to say that those all of them are bad or good. Like I said, sixth density, these beings go back into the light if they choose to, or they go back into space dust return. Kept to your Octurian, all things are source, even the nasty little Dracos from Draconis who are of the negative polarity. It's all God. It's all source. It's all subatomic particles in quantum fields and states that we're entangled to, regardless of what you want to imagine. I mean, I'm just going to blow minds right now because upstairs is giving me permission to do so. You're all connected to the evil. I am as well. If you read Reconstructing Reality, and that, okay, now I'm going to have to go get it because I don't remember the. Where is that book? Did I put it over there? But it should be over here. Found it. From Visions Venus, a multidimensional love story. Love beyond all boundaries. I think it's in this book. It could be in Reconstructing Reality. Um, Worth the read, worth the buy. She has a whole series of books. Whole series of it. Mother effer, chicken. Chicken! Chicken, 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 chicken. I made it worse. That made it worse. Okay, it's almost raffle time, by the way. Almost. Good and evil is just something that we need in 3D to learn from. Um, I think most of us at this point know that that's my stance. It's an experience. And through experiences, you gain wisdom. Half that whole book section is Nisha. See how old this book is? Do I read him? Was there a garden in once again, you brought me to the most important point. You made me have my remembrance. Thank you. It's a story. A story. It's a narrative in a program we took in to this life. Eden is not an actual place. It's a program. In my estimation and opinion, you could call any aspect of this earth Eden. There is so many interpretations of what Eden is and what Cadman Adam is and what humans are. There's so many different perceptions from so many different beings. Anunnaki, Orion, Urtites, Urantia, Enoch, we don't know what form, Ra, consciousness, the collective consciousness, social memory complex of Ra, aka Quo, Quo Latwi Hatan, the Palladians, I mean, hi, Brent. How are you? I mean, the immense amount of perception of what Eden and the story of humans are, even Ashiana Dean has a whole plethora of history that to me aligns for the most part. But do we really know? And we really won't know. Eden might have been developed on another system, not Earth system. If that's true, Kev, and it could be. I'm not so before I get into the raffle, because we're doing that, everything you perceive and hear is real. It might not just be in this absolute right in the here and now moment timeline. So flat earth exists as much as the spiral global earth exists because your thoughts create reality. So both exist. It doesn't mean that it's existent in the reality in which you are conscious in. It just means that there is a parallel dimensional space that it exists in. The same thing with the Bible, the same thing with every damn other religious book. Every concept you can think of has a paradigm and a delineal time dilation unfoldment of atoms and subatomic particles of your thinking in the collective consciousness. It exists. There is a reality that JFK never got assassinated. There's a reality that Trump is not president right now. There is different delineations of time that people conjure up in their minds, and it actually exists, just not now in this paradigm. That's the time that I'm talking about. It's the timelines. It's the multiverse. There's multiple millions of versions of you playing out different experiences right now. Wrap your head around that. Like I said, I am multidimensional, interdimensional. I am a part of the Archangel Collective, a social memory complex, and a plethora of other beautiful things that all of you are no different from me. All of you are as well. And there's another life out there that I'm married with children. There's another me out there doing horrible, heinous things because my soul needs all that collective experience for my soul to actually rise up and ascend. It's so layered. Absolutely, Charlene. Absolutely. Um, we as humans have to know truth is at a frequency and a level of where you're at. Truth is an infinite expression of not just numbers, a frequency and waves that expands and compresses and expands. And every one person who perceives truth is perceiving it in a different way, in a different form, feeling it differently. When we say unity consciousness, it's not saying you go against the grain and you have to not be allowed to all have the same thinking. No, unity consciousness is just coming all together and understanding the principles and the laws of the universe. There is no room when you're moving up and ascending into the positive light to hate. And as a humanity, we're not there yet because there's still so much hate and divisiveness playing out because we're at the stage. I believe so, Charlene. Um, I believe we're at the stage right now where we're still figuring out what we prefer over what we don't. And the people who prefer certain things are going to go into one paradigm, one time space of a timeline. The next people that need to have the apocalypse and doom and gloom, they're going to go to their doom and gloom universe. And the negative polarity is going to do the same thing. It delineates into different things. And we're all going to have experiences that we're meant to have. We signed up for this stuff. Right now, collectively, all together now, we're just figuring out what we prefer over what we don't. What RJ Spina was talking about and alluding to is one of the timelines that we're currently in track to doing. We just have to put our foot down because let's be bold and brave. Elon Musk does not have the best interests of everybody here. He wants a cyborg AI paradigm. I don't want to be a part of that. I'm not against AI, but I know the capabilities and the quantum states that most people can't even boggle your head with. And if all things have quantum entanglement, any entanglement can be interfered with different waves of whatever, qubits, gluons and muons that can alter the entanglement and encode other things within you. That's why I don't really trust a medbed idea and concepts, because you don't know what's being entangled in the frequency that it's being delivered to your body to heal. Not just yet. I mean, oh, who has burritos? I was gypped out of my burritos at work this week, by the way. I'm really upset. Gypped out of my burrito. I had pizza today because today was Pizza Friday. Pizza Friday. Okay. So for all my friends here that are members and that message me, let's go into the raffle. I have to pull up the website that I go to for the number generator. This is up for grabs for tonight. This is one of the paintings you can win. The winner gets to choose which painting they want. This is the butterflies. The very first paint and sip I ever did. And then this one I recently did. So you guys have 4 paintings as I have a spillage of cards everywhere to choose from. So good luck to all of those channel members who get the free entry. And for those who got extra entries, I thank you. There is a ridiculous amount of hate right now and divisiveness. Because people are still not seeing God in all things. People don't understand, they don't watch Powder to know that you're the guy in the gondola in Italy. You are the tree. You are, here's my truth. You are the pedo. You are the murderer. You are playing all things. Your fractal that's in all things is like 0.000.111%. That's not even a real number. But you might have a fraction of a fraction of yourself in those beings. Does that make you evil? No. They need that experience. You don't. You chose a different path. They chose their path for experience. The child did in non-awareness chose that experience. Do I agree with that? No, but I don't question source and how it works. Because if I had a whole bed of roses in my damn life, none of you have a bed of roses in your lives, then why would we choose such hardships and horrible things to happen to us? all for experience and wisdom, just like it doesn't change for them, it doesn't change for you. I am not the judge, jury, and executioner in this life. I didn't sign up for that role. Yes. And you're the one, Keb, to forge forward the light. You're there to transmute it. So before I pull up the website, for those who didn't see the community post, this is for you. Each one of you is assigned a number. I'm a very transparent person. I'm happy for whoever gets my work. And if you don't like or want a painting, I won't get offended. Please don't think I'm going to be offended. I am not. You might want to wait for when I give away like another pyramid or a crystal skull. I don't, because you won the last time, I doesn't mean you won't win this time either. Um, I give everybody the same odds. I change up the numbers and stuff. So I just want everybody to understand that I'm very transparent um when it comes to my raffles and stuff. Um was this the one? No, it wasn't. Mother effer. I thought no. I forgot which one. I really honestly forgot which one I used. What goes on? Hang on. I'm gonna have to do this again. So annoying. I forgot which one I used. Why can't I get a number wheel? Okay, we're gonna just have to do it this way because I don't know if it even exists anymore. Di Christina, I don't vibe with it either. In before I pull that up. The reason why a lot of people don't really quite comprehend it. I am not creating the reality for them anymore. I am not letting these people, these concepts, the story, the movie, rent space up in my head anymore because when you think, your thoughts become things. So you perpetually creating your reality with this negative crap, it's going to persist and continue regardless of what they're telling you on the outside world. Your reality you create. I am no longer creating that side's crap. I'm aware of their crap. I objectively hear what's going on in the world, but I don't let it affect me or consume me or rent space up in my mind. It goes in one ear and out the other. Okay, I got the information, no longer need it. I release you over there with love. Why? Because I'm fixed in my position to move humanity forward and not backwards. and move my social memory complex, the people who are in my tribe, the people who align in the frequency of the bandwidth up here, all of you guys are in that bandwidth with me, right? We still go have our ups and downs, but we're in higher consciousness. I want to shift us into this beautiful, prosperous, abundant, amazing world where everybody's thriving in their own way. That's a beautiful thing that I would like. I'm focused on that. I am not thinking about, oh my God, Orange Man ban. Oh my gosh, this person, that person, this thing, that thing. Oh my gosh, these people, those people. Why are they if they don't affect me in my personal everyday life, they're not taking any space up in my mind to think about. Charlene, absolutely. Absolutely. I cannot for the life of me allow these people, this movie, his story to continuate in my life anymore. Yes, I am bound by 3D limitation and separation. Cool. I am living consciously up in a higher bandwidth. I have to play a chess game of how to equate what's going on in my brain up here and how to move it down here into the physical. That's enough work for enough of a lifetime that my focus needs to be on how to better humanity, not what's contributing to the inharmonious vibration that is we're still sitting in. I'm here to transmute that into harmony. And a lot of us will start seeing that we're going to start fading away. And not to say we don't love our other people that we enjoy to be around. We like to chat with certain people. We like people's ideas. But when you're with a huge group of people, thousands of people in a chat, and I go in a lot of chats because I watch a lot of different things, even on the spiritual side. There's still a lot of people stuck in not perceiving thinking outside of their paradigm. They're still stuck to their story they haven't shed yet. And they're very defensive about their story and they're in their ego. And the ego, like I said, is not good or bad. It's what is keeping you alive here. But you're going to go through many ego deaths. You're going to drop a lot of concepts and things that you once believed in. And now you're like, well, this doesn't really serve me. What is it doing for me? I kept my watch on today because I'm still waiting for things to transpire. People say it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. It's been coming for the last 7, 8 years. And for some other people, decades. And we're still waiting and waiting and waiting. No, I'm manifesting this shit. That's the test. Anywho, let's get to the drawing. I just have to pull up my listy poop. No! How do I undo that? I need my listy poo. There we go. How do I make that? What did I just do? My mouse did some crazy stuff. Holy poopy. All right. Here is, I don't know what happened to the other one. I really like the other one. So I got one from 31, and that's all the numbers on this. And we're gonna spin. So good luck to the winners. Hi, Thomas. Well, that's really trippy. Number 10 goes to Charlene. Charlene, you won. Yay, Charlene. My Zoom is being silly. So Charlene, you are the number 10 was drawn. Yay, Charlene. So let me know what painting you would like. Yay, but don't worry, we're not done yet. Hi, Kim. So Charlene won the first. Let's go back. I'm not done yet, guys. How exciting. Yes, chicken drop. So Charlene, you get to choose which one you can choose. Holy moly, cards everywhere. Chicken, that was your fault. No, actually, these cards are very slippery. Hang on. So you could choose that guy, love, the butterflies, or the gnome. So you don't have to, I'm gonna give another painting away for the second place winner. So whatever Charlene doesn't pick, um, the second place person will get a painting too. So I'm just being generous today. So let's go back to share screen. Okay. Let's see who gets the next painting choice. Eric, who is not in the chat, is number 6. So I will write down my little paper here. Eric, if you're out there, congratulations. You are second place. And why don't we just do a third? Ash Maya, you got third place. Yay! Ash Maya, number 1. Yay, Ash Maya. So out of everybody, 10, 6. Hi, Ken. Yay, Ash Maya. So I will get into contact with Eric. But Charlene, you let me know what you want, if you want. And then Ash Maya, you could do the same. You could choose a painting or something else. Yay, Ash Maya. Yay. See, I get excited. I love doing these things. I really do. So thank you everybody who contributed to the raffle. Um, thank you to everybody. So when I like obviously I know my channel members, so I write everybody's name down and then I number generate a number for each person so it's fair. I do a whole process. So everybody in every raffle is going to get a different number. It's not like an assignment. So I go on a number generator. That's another reason why I did the live at 5:30 and not 5 was I'm putting names in generator and it's giving me numbers for people. And I choose the names. Hi, Mickey. Thank you all for coming. Hi, Sparky. So, congratulations, Charlene. You got first choice. Eric, if you're out there, you get second choice. And then Ash Meyer, you get a choice. So, I'm really excited you guys won. Email me your addresses so I have them so I can send them out to you. I'm hoping to do that tomorrow because it's supposed to get really weathery here and my car is a piece of shit. So tomorrow I am going to the post office. I actually wanted to wait for today because I have a couple of other things to get out. Congratulations. And hi, everybody that just popped into the chat as I was showing Raffle Madness and getting very heated and passionate about what I was discussing. Oh, yay! I'm really excited. So please let me know what's going on in life. Um, I love you guys. You guys are fantastic. I honestly back when I was in college, I don't like the lotto because I also feel like I never win shit. But back in the day there was this bingo scratch off and whenever I had extra like I worked all summer to go when I was going to college, I worked over the summer to save up for art supplies and textbooks and whatever have you. And I forget, I think it was my sophomore year of college. I made a lot more money because I did a lot of overtime and I did a lot of extra days. And I spent $2 every 2 weeks to go get myself a bingo scratch off because when I was sitting in class, I used to get there early. I had nothing to do. I had 4-hour art history classes. So I used to sit there and just scratch off the bingo. I won a lot of money off of those. I love you guys too. I look forward to Fridays. I look forward to doing this and being with like-minded people. And again, we all perceive reality differently and we all have differences of opinions and differences of perception. But the crux of, I feel, why a lot of us are here is because we want to shift the bitch forward, light the path forward. And I am really excited to do that. Yesterday, I read from I keep saying the message of Aquaria. I don't know why it's not. It's the voice of Isis. About the Avatar, the return of Yeshua. Yeshua is not returning, by the way. I could confirm. Well, the fractal of Yeshua that is fractaled with myself, that speaks through me once in a blue moon, he ain't not coming back. It's a concept of the Christ consciousness that's coming back, but Christ was also Krishna. Christ was also Buddha. A Christ entity is an entity of a higher, the highest you can go with celestial form that doesn't necessarily incarnate, it like takes, it's like soul scalping in a way. Mickey Michelle, absolutely. That's why I like doing my channel because I read books. I don't necessarily agree with everything in there. Like, I don't agree with a waspy. There's stuff in there that I will like. Oh, oh yeah, hello. This concept is yes. The same thing with the Urantia book, but it's a perception from an outside entity looking in at how humans evolved. Well, there's a million different beings, Arcturians and Antaurians, and all these beautiful things I showed last week when I didn't have a voice that will tell you different stories about how humans came to be. There is no right, wrong story because they're more in the awareness that we live in multiple parallel dimensional spaces and that there is no real right or wrong story. We create the reality that we live in. They do too. They're just more in harmonious tones as we are. We're in third density, so we can only merge to a higher timeline in third dimension. I'm not going to 6D. I can in my light body, but not in this physical form. I got to play out 3D here. So I have to merge my higher ended consciousness, like all of you do, and make it match in third. It's not easy. Have a great night, Charlene. Email me and let me know which painting you would like if you would like one. That'd be great. Here's my kitty cats in a box. Have a good night, Charlene. Thank you for joining. Congratulations to all the winners. Next month I might be doing a skull. So probably in the beginning of March. Scully will probably be raffled off. Because I got this beauty came out of the mold the other day. It's cool when you look at it from the top, but I don't know what's going on with the mold. I might need a new one. It's very fuzzy up here. I want it clear. This is not clear. So I might need to get more molds when I can afford them. But just to make note, if I do a paint and sip painting and you're interested in purchasing them, they're inexpensive. They're about $30. I know everybody yells at me, you're too cheap. Well, you can pay at your own will if you would like one of my paintings. Because I'll be doing this for a while. I'm just checking. Thus said Schumann. No, we're not spiking at all, and those are and this was earlier. Oh, motherfucker. It's hard to see, but what's at top is more like what's being filtered through us right now. Let me go to the Italian. The electric field is very high. And a lot of stuff is offline. Magnetic field, that's what I usually look at offline. I'm pissed. So going back to my earlier thoughts. Absolutely, Roger. What I've experienced this week with the children in my class and just in school in general. High states of energy, fluxing in their vehicles. Hi, deplorable Miss Wendy. The and the kids are like that's why I like to check the Schumann, but also the Italian site because the kid what is not reflected in the Schumann sometimes reflects energetically within the Italian readings. And there, the electrical field is very high and heightened. So a lot of us right now, I'm gonna talk about my experience. I mentioned this. If you're a member to my channel, I did a free Oracle channel member only video. I kind of walked into what I was going through, but I'm going to walk through it a little bit more today. So the other night, as I was going to sleep, I felt something jump over me, but give me an electrical charge. White light flashed, and obviously, when your eyes are closed, you can see a whole different plethora of color. Light, like I got struck by lightning, flashed in my eye, my vision, because I wasn't asleep just yet. I was just like laying my head down and closing my eyes when this happened. Like I felt a swoosh energy. The white light flashed. I felt electric. I saw a little bit of electric, like current, jump over me and then like disappear. And I was left with static energy on top of that. Because poor Freya came over to like meow her face off at me. She wasn't the one that jumped over me, by the way. So something went over me and I got electrically charged. And that's with my grounding mat and everything on me. So I don't know what to make of it, if it was an entity, if it was just a UFO or a guide or whatever it was. It was really a cool feeling that left me very energetically staticky. A lot of children this week are very, very staticky. I have tried not to shock because I'm also very high in electric, but a lot of kids were very dysregulated this week. Very, very, very highly dysregulated. And that's their nervous system overwhelmed. Sorry guys, my chat's a little laggy. So my question to that, Mickey, is where did he get him appraised? Who is the appraiser? That I've tried doing very similar things. But some loans will make you have to show your receipts to your business. Um, let's just say like I need a whole new career and it needs to happen like tomorrow. I'm I'm doing such due diligence. I was on the phone the other day with the University of Arkansas because they have an art education in art masters. I honestly can't sit on my ass and wait for 47 and Linda McMahon to get these free schoolings and credibility schools up so I could go to school back to school for free. I was just getting my, I'm not obviously going back to college tomorrow. I'm just trying to get my wits of how much this is going to cost, if anything. Um, I want to teach art to children. Always have. This has been my thing since I was a little kid. The problem is it costs, there's an expense. and I'm trying to do it the most cost-effective way. And if that means I have to take out a equity loan on my house, I will do it. But that's the only loan that is obtainable to me at this point in time, besides going bankrupt. And I don't want to go bankrupt. Uh, just for the sheer fact that things are happening in the universe right now. Things are shifting, and I don't know what direction. Interesting. Yeah, so the electric coming at the electric scale that I have an app that I use that has a Schumann from Russia on one side, and then you click a button and it goes to the Italian, and that's picking up on the geophone, the electromagnetic fields, the electric fields. It's picking up on that stuff, and in that stuff, it makes sense why a lot of us feel more electrified. We are electric, we do conduct it. And for the kids who don't even understand any of these concepts, their whole body is dysregulated. I know when the voice thing, I have to have an allergy to something. I am just not aware, and it's environmental. Uh, that was like my last job. I was a lifeguard and went into shock in a pool with professional rescuers. And I really am trying to find the big boy. I want a big one of these. But I mean, hello. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. We're electric. Let me see if it's shutting the light will do anything. Camera sucks. I love them too. I want those big ones I used to have at Spencer's. If I ever get to my mall, which is not too far from me, I'm gonna see if Spencer Gifts has any of those plasma balls. Oh, that's amazing. Deplorable. I'm happy. If I could afford to get another cat right now, I would. Um, I'm Freya doesn't seem to be, I mean, she's having like her moments when I'm home that I'm noticing like she loves now looking out the window because the birds are eating cat food. I almost got a video of this. Almost. Um, of the actual birds dropping and eating the cat food. And I left a whole bowl. I had extra I have bird feeders in my backyard and in my front yard for the birds. I love watching birds. And I had leftover bird seed. I put it in a bowl for them next to the cat food, and these mother effers are still eating cat food. And I don't know what type of bird it is. I can't really, like, every time I go to look and get a closer look, they disappear. Um, if I could afford another cat, I know Freya is fine by herself. She's adorable. And it's not like she wasn't, and you know, but Little Thor is needing to be caught and he doesn't want to be caught. And the expense of getting him fixed is a bit much. And getting looked at is a bit much because he needs to, I need to know if he has any of the diseases that could be spread to Freya. Oh, I have to see if I can go. I might make Dina leave the house and take a trip with me. Because Dina's not too far from the mall. She's actually closer to the mall than I am. Yeah, I mean, she's very verbal. She's way more verbal now than she was when I first got her. I slipped up a few times and tried calling her Morgan. It didn't like officially come out, but like my Morgan and her are, I thought Odin was more like Freya and Freya was more like Ethan. But I think now that Odin's gone, she's like really I almost called her Morgan a few times. I'm like, oh, yikes. No, it's all good. Thank you for listening. Trust me, during certain shows, I'm making dinner too. Not that I eat that much, but when I do eat, I have to prepare it and everything. So it, you got to eat. Please do you and take care of yourselves. That's the most important part. I'm gonna be honest with you, Kian. This is just my perception on diets and just reality with what you consume. I don't necessarily buy any one particular diet or any particular thing. I was given a perspective when I was going through my spiritual journey. My mother passed away. I was living paycheck to paycheck, but I had a little extra. I was like making my house better at the time, and I started eating a lot healthier. Okay. And then the downfall of my life happened. I lost everything because I didn't do this. And when I had to go back to eating the junk because it was cheaper to buy the junk and I had no backyard space to grow my food, I didn't have the time frame to make it, put seeds in soil and to have things grow. That takes time. I then had the perspective of what is a person in a third world country that gets what they get and they can't get upset paradigm. Does that make them any less spiritual or any less in a vibratory state? No, it doesn't. Um, a lot of misconception comes from that. Hi, Barbara. A lot of misconception happens because we're in judgment of what others' choices are. I'm in that, I'm back at it again. As much as I would love to eat healthy, I eat what people donate to me, and I can't get upset because my stomach is going to say, I need to eat. I'm hungry, and I only have what I have at my disposal and what I can afford. I can't be picky with the little money that I have in my pocket and people that donate to me for food. I get what's on sale, and that might not be the best option for me. But what I do, like my coffee, I speak into my coffee, beautiful intentions. I hold my hand over my drinks. I put my hands over my food and I bless everything that I consume. And I thank if it is meat or veggies, I thank the essence of Source for providing it for this vehicle. It depends where and what country, and it depends in what scenario. If healthy food in a label where humans have to label things. I can get healthy food at the food pickup for free, for people that can't feed themselves. You go to these places that distribute food. I have gotten food poisoning twice off of vegetables that were almost expired and that was probably not stored properly. And I got severely sick twice in different places that I went to when I lived in Staten Island. And I can't blame anybody. Hi, my lovies. So, is organic food really organic? There's once again, the reality of our paradigm is that the sky, the soil, the water is all tainted with nanoparticles and subatomic particles that might not be of the positive light. And by blessing your food, you're transmuting that energy. You're not saying, well, this is poison, it's going to kill me because it has all these additives. You bless that stuff so that the frequency of where your body is at and the nutrients within whatever you're eating is being absorbed properly within your vibratory field. Think about everything in frequency and energy, because that's all it is. That's beautiful, and that's the right attitude. That is the right attitude, right? Like I don't, my body needs. I tried going organic and vegan. I've tried it. My body does better with the carnivorous. I don't eat much fish, if any fish, just because of the things that are in certain things I'm allergic to. If I eat meat, I eat it very seldomly. I'm more of a carby person. I like my carbs. I like my cheese and I like my bread. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna smoke a pork and I'm gonna love me some steak when I can get it. But I bless all things because the plant life is just as having a soul and having essence than the animal. It's just a lower frequency. It's a lower density state. It's second density. Vegetables are like between 1 and 2. Animals are between 2 and 3. My garden did not produce this year. I got a little bit of lettuce. I've planted so much lettuce because I like to eat I like to have lettuce in a lot of like I make wraps. And I put like a lot of different things in wraps. Hi Ivy. What's up? Um I love cheese. I love ragout and monogut. I love mozzarella. Um American cheese. But I love cheese. I have tried the local food bank last month. 90% of the stuff was not edible. And I also I the line was like ridiculous. I live around the corner from the food bank. A little further, it's like a little further up around the corner on the main road from where I am. It disgusts me to see how many people are in that line. And when I got my turn, most of the things that were in cans were just about to expire, which is fine. You can still eat it. but bent, knocked into. I don't need botulism. I don't need that. Oh my gosh, you say farting cows. Let me tell you what happened today because it was I was in I was in tears today in a good way, in a bad way. So today was a student of the month assembly, and I instead all the teachers stand, but I like to sit with the kids because I get to actually like show my cards, be quiet or stop or whatever they're doing, and I'm with the older kids. And one of the kids, like, without any hesitation, without any like embarrassment, ripped one, and it was like reverberating in the area. Thankfully, it didn't kill any of us. Kids can really kill a room. So at the end of today, we had a indoor lockdown, which is just a drill to teach the kids, well, if something's happening, you got to stay in your rooms and be quiet and stay in a corner. So in the 8 minutes that we were sitting in the corner, two of the kids had one had a silent but deadly, and the other one just rippled his symphony. It brought all of us into like almost tears. It was like horrible but funny at the same time. That happened a lot today. I don't know what these kids are eating, and phew, they need mm, mm. There's a ton of Catholic, like everything here is Christian, Catholic, everything, just about. There's a huge Muslim community further down. I know Ivy would know more about that. But everything here is Catholic, but it's like more based toward their community, and it's not. Oh yeah. Um, they do it at the one up the around the corner for me. They do it once a month. There's other spots that I've tried out prior in the last since the winter really started, and things got really tight, which they are ridiculously right now. Um, there's a label and perception, and I don't fit that bill. I don't fit that label, sadly. Yeah, Roger, are you? Is your other self allergic to your Republican side? I'm just making you question your paradigm. They do a lot more for the kids here. Like my school has a buddy bag at the end of the week every Friday. A teacher comes around with a buddy bag, and it has like a week's worth of food in the bag. My teacher's children, for some reason, was getting it, and anything that they're not eating or need, they give to me. So I got a little jar of peanut butter. They're like little tiny jars of stuff. So I get their extra stuff. Um, yeah. I feel that society as a whole, the unity that I would like to see, uh, the unity I would like to see is that colors, creeds, and races and religions start getting along. I noticed a big shift when I moved here that people don't necessarily look at you for your color, but there's also a lot of biases and a lot of stereotyping that happens that holds back both communities, the major ones. And it's rather sad. Oh no, these people line up at 5 a.m. I was in line by 6:30. Oh, on one weekend day that it was doing. And the line was rather vicious. Um, it's a huge, if I could pass by it the next time I'm up that way, and it's not, I mean, literally, it's around the corner a little bit further up my block, up the block around the corner from me, which is 2 seconds, a light and a stop sign away. If I go up a little further, it's literally right there. And my gosh. There are places, we have a ruler that is extremely cheap. But I know when Viking was shopping there, a lot of stuff too was not up to par. Certain like canned goods and box goods are good to get there, but not meats or eggs or cheese. I just go and look at my circular I get in my mailbox and I see where the sales are, and then I go according to what I can afford, for what I need in the house. Exactly, Ivy. And that I notice it's less in Indiana than it is in New York, believe it or not. Because there's a lot of stereotyping in New York. Not to say it doesn't exist everywhere, and it does, but in extremes. It's less in here, very less, but it still exists. Um, yeah, here's the thing. That's burning gas, and gas is expensive. Because it's on a major roadway, and if you don't happen to make it into the parking lot and you can't shut your car off, and if it's really cold, you have to put your car on because it's freezing, you're running your car for an hour or two. I can't do that. I can't afford that gas bill. I I'm trying to get food stamps. I just need a couple of things. Um, I think I need one more pay stub and then they will accept it. Um, because I'm pretty down in close to collapse. And this is what Spirit wanted. This is what I signed up for. This is what I signed up for. Hooray! Oh gosh, when I have to be when I'm at work, and everybody knows I'm very spiritual. Um, I had to ask my teacher if I can use a specific spray in my room because obviously I can't walk around with sage. I would if I could. Um, I wanted to I there's a girl that is talking to a spirit in my room. And I said to my teacher, I hope you're open-minded. I am very spiritual. I'm not religious. I don't see any one religion as being correct, and I have abilities. And I'm not here to disrespect anybody or make anybody uncomfortable. But would it bother you if I sprayed this in the room when the child is around? She was like, I don't care. So I did it, and the kid changed. for the better. The behavior, the talking to whatever was in the room stopped. That's right, Roger. I'm allergic to earth. Uh, as per Dolores Cannon and the Three Waves of Volunteers, a lot of people that have a lot of allergies are not originated from here. That's why last week, when I didn't have so much of a voice, I showed the different star seed types that you could be, but in the understanding that you were all of them before you densified further into human form. That channel that I keep promoting, even though I don't agree with every story that they or narrative that they spin, it helps with my memories of the other selves that are concurrently living right now. Um, so a lot of us start off with the Palladian because they're the most humanoid. I'm channeling Octurians. I'm getting more validation by the day for that, but I don't feel connected to that star system just yet to get my memories from there. Alpha and Beta Centauri, I'm definitely from, and Sirius is the one that I'm working on right now to trying to figure it out. I also know that I have a huge chunk of an Anunnaki lifetime that I am recalling. I said on I don't know which one live I did, but the soul name Spirit is funny. They make me laugh. I asked them for my soul's name. Like Sananda is Yeshua's soul name. That soul is a compendium of things. I want to know what the component of what I'm made up of, what its actual title is. Even though there is no names necessarily in the higher densities, we just in humans need to have names to figure it out. And the name that I got was Ellie Anu, not my soul name. Ellie Anu. Anu. I don't know where Ellie comes from. Was I from Anu? Did I live in a life that I was some sort of attachment to Anu? I don't know. I'm figuring that out as we go along. Oh yeah. Um the black seed oil, I take a so for my gastrointestinal tract, um in the morning I will take my D3 K2 C, magnesium, castor oil, and oregano oil. In the afternoon or closer to dinner time, whenever, I will then take zinc, black seed oil, vitamin B12. I cinnamon, I take cinnamon and L-lysine. And when I started doing the in the morning and then at the night, I got my voice back. But my voice is being caused by allergies and my sinuses. My school has carpeting. Even though it's industrial carpeting, it still has carpeting. It holds a lot of dust mites. I'm allergic to that. Also with the pipes and everything in my house that I need to redo that I cannot afford, there probably is mold behind walls that I'm not aware of. So I have to figure it out. See, my problem is with the food stamp people, I own my home. That's a game changer. I don't know why. You could hit hard times and own your home. It's not like I can sell. I don't want to have to do a remove. And I don't know, even know where the hell I would go again. I don't not I don't hate it here. I actually enjoy it here. I'm still getting used to it here. It takes me energetically a long time to actually hone in anchor in my light. And I'm supposed to be here. From what I know for right now, in the now moment, I'm supposed to be here. And I have a mission here. And it's not done yet. So where the hell am I going? And would that say, am I running from my problems? Or did I learn my lesson? They still have not clarified what the hell is going on. I ask every night, what am I missing? What am I not seeing? What am I not learning? And I haven't gotten the answers yet. All I know is that I was prompted to look into Masters of Art education programs in different places. So I'm doing that. Thank you, Ivy. Yeah, I okay. So I don't hate all of Pennsylvania. I actually used to go to Pennsylvania, to Philadelphia a lot. When I was working in a tattoo shop in the early 2000s, there used to be tattoo conventions in Philadelphia, and that was the place to go. I love Philadelphia. I've been to Lancaster, Allentown, Frank, was it Franklin or that's Massachusetts? No, that's Franklin is Massachusetts. I went to a reptile show very far out into somewhere middle of Pennsylvania. It was gorgeous land. Um, I've been to the Poconos. I know a lot of people that from Staten Island that moved to the Poconos. Um, each state has different requirements and different bullshit. So I'm just navigating all of that. I will figure it out because I need assistance. And like I need to find another job because when spring break happens and when the summer hits, I don't get paid. So I got to find something very soon. I wouldn't go close to the East Coast at this moment in time, energetically. Um, when I took the drive to Indiana to move, I had to go through New Jersey for a bit and then hit Pennsylvania and go through the Delaware Water Gap and then into Pennsylvania on 80. The energy in certain areas, woo, not good. Woo, no, 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 no. Ohio on 80 and even on 30. I I I don't know how people live in Ohio. I don't know. I don't get it. Nope. In even parts of Georgia, my birth family, I'm from originally Albany, Georgia. It's like the Gary, Indiana of Georgia, if that makes sense to anybody, because it's you don't really hear about it. But it makes all the nasty top 10 places where you don't want to live lists. Albany is usually on the top tier of those lists. I'm glad I was adopted. Glad, happy. I got shifted out of there. Holy hell, that energy down there is it's draining, draining. Um, Driving from Atlanta the airport in Atlanta down to Albany. Mm-mm. Even in places in Florida that I've been to, whenever I hit grids and the axle tonal lines, like I've shown on the map, or I hit a near a ley line, it doesn't. So interestingly enough, ley lines and axle tonal lines and this beautiful, big, expansive map. This beautiful one right here with all the grids and all the star gates and all that fun crap. You don't need to live on the line to feel the energy from it. Chicken, 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 chicken. There we go. Pennsylvania is gorgeous to drive through. I certain parts gorgeous. Do I like the weather? Comparable to here. But when you're in the upper echelon port of PA near the lake, nope, thank you. And most New Yorkers go to either Jersey or Pennsylvania as the next stop in movage if you're not going to be the snowbird that goes down south, unless you're Buckshot. I know he's working. Um, I've been to Arizona. My aunt used to live in Scottsdale, and I used to visit over there, and I would take trips to Mesa, Tempe. I've driven a lot in Arizona. There's some areas there too that is wonky effing doodle. I could pick up on these energies. I'm also a grid worker. Most of you are too. If you're by yourself, like I took that drive from New York to here by myself, I was alone in the car. If you just kind of tap in and tune in without music on and just drive and feel the energy in and around you, most of you will start tuning into the energies of where you're driving through. If you I explained that we're GPS signals with the light, we're the lighthouse, right? We're like a sim character on the map, and you see a little bubble, and you see a little car moving along on the GPS map on your navigator, right? That you are that light shining in that area. You could pick up on the darkness in an area if you really tune into it. Um, the crux of me moving and making that move was to take the Stargate that I have in me, the energy frequency, I'm the key to it. And I'm not alone. I hate to put myself in this I'm better and not better than anybody else. I am all you, you are all me. I just hold a key in frequency that creates portals and gates. I had to move myself to a safer haven, away from the actual Stargate that's literally underneath the Twin Towers. Why do you think they did those black cubes there? I was there for that day. I was there for the rebuild. I saw it all happen. Energetically, I pass by there every day on my way to school and to work later on in my life. I worked in the same area that I went to school in. And each morning, each day, as it was being rebuilt, my bus would go under the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel and come up and then circle around where the Staten Island Ferry is. I took an express bus and it went down right right behind the World Trade Center. And I watched it being rebuilt until it's up in its form now. I was meant to be there. I was meant to transmute the energy of that Stargate without my even knowing it. We're all where we're supposed to be, where we're supposed to be. There's always a reason for you being where you are, energetically speaking. Each of the grid lines, the axial tonal lines, the sites, and whatever is in around you, you're meant to transmute it. The land. Why do you think Native Americans are so ingrained in the land? Because Gaia is consciousness. Yes, there's a major stargate underneath the Twin Towers. And it's a very, very nasty one. We're all star seeds, even the incarnated angels. I am one of them. Many of you are as well. Okay. I'm not. When you go through an ego death, you're humbled by what you learned that you are in fractals, right? If it helps to show it visually, because I know many people, oh, I have so many things on my background, yikes. Okay, I'm going to share this. It's worth sharing because I'm talking about it. Okay, this is just my visual concept to everybody. And everybody's pie chart, I call it the pie chart for a reason. Everybody's pie chart is composed of different things at different percentages. And it's way more complex than this. This is just an easy version. In my essence, that makes up this vehicle, this consciousness in the here and now moment. My Archangel Collective is a big chunk of me. Huge. The Star Seed faction is a huge component of this soul. My oversoul has been merging in after my ego death, way more. The councils that I belong to, I know I just said that, but that's over here. The Ascended Masters also work with me. I'm of the Christ consciousness. I am what yesterday's would be an Avasha avatar. I'm here to help seed the Christ consciousness. That's my job. My spirit guides. Soul tribe, that's almost all of you. Artists, right? Each and every one of you have a different profession for a reason. We all need different people in different facets of life so that we can relate to others. Philosopher, elementals, other selves, multidimensional selves, social memory complex. All these things inhabit my soul. Now, if you all were to make your own pie chart about what you feel you might be, you're definitely incorporating angels, elementals, your oversoul, ascended masters, star seeds, and other factions and things that make you up, your consciousness in this unique vehicle. So I hope I make sense when I talk about you as a fractal. That's just showing you the little portion of what you are in all things. Sparky, yes. Yes. Um, a large chunk of us that incarnated to having this higher frequency. It's not to say that we have power over other people. We don't. We have more expanded consciousness because we have a larger role to play as humanity is going through their what I don't prefer to what I do prefer experience. Many of us, Sparky, you just said it, you're the love generator. You're seeding that frequency to everybody in and around you. That's why we're all so spread apart. Star seeds, culturally, linguistically, vibrationally, we're all meant to be spread apart because each and every one of us holds a unique frequency within our souls, within our bodies, that's generating this consciousness, that's spreading the love, light, and compassion, that is helping other selves have their awakening, their aha moments, whether it be consciously or unconsciously. Adorbs. The commonality, the similarity that a lot of us who are so giving and so loving is that we are not the recipients of the love. We're the generators and the givers of the love, but we do not receive it in the way that our soul needs. Now, those of you who are lucky to have the relationship type of love, that you have another self that loves you as you love them in equalness. It doesn't need to always be balanced, by the way. There's always the 40-60, the 20-80 sometimes. I mean, it always fluctuates. The theme that my soul chose in this lifetime is to learn how to love myself. Because in other delineations of time space, I easily give my love away, but not receive it back. There's no real energy exchange. It's that I'm always doing for others and without putting my boundaries up. And this last situation, I caught myself in that cycle and I stopped it. I stopped it. I refuse to not be respected in the way I feel I should be respected. It's not that I deserve it. It's that I'm a really giving person and I do a lot of good deeds. When I don't see it returned by the person that I would hope that loved me back in the same way, doesn't need to show itself. But when you keep asking somebody to express how they feel and they don't express it, bye. Don't need you. So a lot of us are in the theme of either self-love, getting reciprocal love in the way that we chose the theme. The major theme for all humanity is to love your other selves. And those are the other selves that you are that you hate or dislike, don't prefer, or become neutral in. I had to learn the last relationship, I had the empathic, narcissistic paradigm. It showed up again in this, but this one was a challenging learning lesson one with Viking. The last one, the 13 years ago relationship, that one sent me through a damn spiral. And I wrote that contract for him to destroy me in an emotional state that it made me relearn how to love myself. how to honor my own self, how to be and stand in my empowerment and not let people take advantage of me. When you're nice and you're a very given person, you tend to get stepped and walked all over because not everybody's as nice as you. Not everybody reciprocates the same way as you. So one of the other bigger lessons that I had to learn was not relying, obviously, I'm an Aries, I'm a hyper independent female, not because I want to be, I have no choice to be. I had to become the carpenter, I had to become the plumber, I had to become the person that does it all because I don't have a choice. No one stepped in to help me in those roles. Even though I asked for the help, it never showed up. I have to do it. When I lost everything the first time, I had to stay on my laurels and ask for help. And I really barely received any. This time, I learned to put out equal energy to receive equal energy back. But it's a dynamic relationship that most souls have at least one or two of those experiences because they really teach you to go deep dive in yourself. It took me 13 years to heal that wound and to release it and to be on the stage that I am now, that I can actually talk to him and have beautiful mind expanded conceptual beautiful conversations with him because he knew what he did was fucked up. I asked him to do that in the first place. Remember, we make contracts with our catalysts. This is why I can't listen to the hate anymore, because I know from my own perception, my own self, my own knowing, my own channeling, that we ask for things to happen to us for greater learning and soul growth. You might not agree with everybody's contract. You might not agree with everybody else's catalyst, but who are you to judge another person's story or theme? And that goes for the negative side, that goes for children, that goes for all things. That's the hard truth. When I learned that I contracted him to break me into a million pieces in my heart, and when I understood that that happened because I needed to build my own heart back up myself, not to replace it with a rebound guy that was just going to fulfill me in a lustful way and not in a soulful way. That's a big thing with me. A lot of men are allured to my look. They look at fetish and they look at your gothic. Oh my God, I want that fantasy. And then when they conversate with me, they don't have any water to hold. It breaks through the pot and it goes everywhere and spills because they can't handle it. They can't handle my mind. They can't handle the concepts that come out of my mouth. And why should I have to lower myself for anybody? I don't mind speaking more in simplistic terms. I don't mind explaining myself. But if you can't give me a give and take in conversation, you belong over there. You're not vibrating with me. Great. But all things are lessons and experiences that we need to walk through in order for gaining soul growth. And we don't necessarily understand why our soul would choose such difficulties. And it doesn't need to be in love, it could be in any facet of anything in your life. Like for me, my theme this lifetime is love and financial. You know, in our humanness, we put a time frame to things, but if we understand that in every parallel dimensional space that another self is living out a different experience, your soul is exponentially expanding in every moment, at every time space, right in the now moment. How profound is that thought? For every choice, Dolores Cannon, for every choice that you don't make, it's playing out in another parallel Earth or another dimensional space. You're quantumly entangled to. You're just not in the awareness of it. Like I said earlier, the other self that is my doppelganger that's in another dimensional space is married with kids and having a different life than I'm having here. Deplorable, that's because you are source and you're just connecting with your oversoul. Source is nothing outside of you, it's in you. And it's all things. But that's beautiful. And I want to say, because Miss Barbara, healing in general, healing from anything, it will never stop in any and all densities. You're always continuously in a healing cycle because you're always introducing new catalysts and new experiences to your oversoul, to your soul that you need to overcome to grow it. So the healing is like a lotus unfolding. There's layers and layers and layers to any one of the traumas, any one of the catalysts that you implored yourself to have, right? Like I chose rheumatoid arthritis in this life. I chose allergies. I chose financial hardship. I chose very difficult relationships and not finding the love of my life, my divine complement. I chose these stories. They're not limitations. They're themes that I need to play out in order for my soul in this vehicle to learn from, to grow. While my other selves that I am not consciously aware that are right concurrently living right now, they're playing out different themes with their own challenges and own catalysts that their myself is exploring in that other time delineation. If we start thinking extra dimensionally, multiversally, you will then understand how vast your soul is and how big you are. And that's really what third dimension is trying to teach you in going into fourth and being the bridge, is the understanding that you're more than you think you are. And stop limiting yourself to this story that you give and that you also chose. It's time that we're jumping the pages in the book. We have those Mandela effects. It's time to close the book and start writing a new one. And we're all starting to do that now. It's very healthy to talk to yourself because you're not just talking to yourself, you're talking to source, your higher self is talking to you. You're also talking to the galactics, elementals, celestials, archangels, angels, guides, all the other things that are in and around your space. So it's not like you're making anything that you're saying, inventing out into reality. You're saying it because it needs to come out of you. And to people who will judge you. When you stop judging other people, you're going to always have a criticism or a perception of what your bias will lie within you, and we all have them, of how things should be in your world. But when you limit that bias and you start dissolving those things, you stop judging others for their choices and their ways of being. All things are source having an experience. God's a fractal of you. Source is playing through you, having an experience through you to aid in its self-knowing. Light equals energy equals consciousness. I used to put onions in my as gross as that sounds, in my socks when I slept. It pulls out stuff, but it's very uncomfortable. I have sensitive skin and feet. Oh, I grew a couple of onions in my garden the year before when I moved when I got settled in. Waterworks nonstop. It's a good purifier. Coffee's done. Hi, Celtic Strings. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hmm. Eshmaya, make sure you email me. I have to see if Charlene emailed me. I like onions on my hamburgers, but I also like them in my tacos with cilantro. I like cilantro. I put it in my fruit drink, my fruit smoothies when I make them. I'm a big fruit person. Love fruit. Love, 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 love fruit. Uh, I can't find Asian pear up here, but I love Asian pear. Um, Dragon fruit. I haven't found soursop up here. I have to find an Asian market. Um, Absolutely. I did the onion thing for a bit with my feet. But I also get those pads with the ginger. I forgot what else is in there. I think active charcoal, and it that pulls a lot of stuff out of me. I love dragon fruit plants. I tried growing that in a lemon tree. Um, my lemon tree died. I don't know what the hell went wrong. It wasn't. I don't know if it was the humidity that it wasn't in. It was thriving until it didn't. Oh, I love magnesium oil. I'm a big magnesium fan. I lack that mineral. I take it in supplement form. And then when I take my frequency baths, which I haven't done in forever, I put a pure tone Hertz on my Bluetooth speaker that goes right up against my bathtub, and it's a tiny little tub. But when I sit in the bath, I put in Epsom salt, borax, and baking soda. And then I put the pure tone Hertz in, and then I also do toning with my voice. If you want to know what toning is, you can look at Daniel Scranton or throat the Mongolian throat. I think it's Mongolian. Tibetan throat singing, like the Nordics did that. Uh, for some reason, avocado doesn't go down my throat. I've tried avocado in a bunch of places. Mm-mm. Yeah, borax is really it's good. It's really good. And baking soda. You are the devil. I am the devil. You are the devil in someone's story because that person hasn't gone out of limitation and separation of understanding what source is. And perception is everything. We're allowed to perceive the world as we see it and interpret the world as we interpret it. There is no right or wrong because in each reality that you jump into vibrationally, there's other things in different paradigms, like the Mandela effect. A lot of us remember that man dying. Fruit of the Loom had a cornucopia, but we shifted into another time dilation, into a timeline where that stuff didn't exist. Similar in appearance, similar, little nuanced things, but different. That's just showing you that we really, it's like a key that we really are jumping into different time spaces. We do this collectively. I'm gonna try to regrow. I'm trying to find really good lemon seeds. Um, I love, okay, I am a big, big, big lover of lemon water. I just haven't found really good fresh lemons organically. I'm trying to think which card I'm asking upstairs, what card to read first. They go with this one. Okie dokie. Before I read this card, it is much noted. Hang on. I think, like, I don't even worry about time space anymore. Okay, so next Friday live is Valentine's Day. Um, I'll have my nice red love shirt on. I was given that for Valentine's Day. So I will be here chilling out with all of you. But I do encourage those of you who have hubbies or wives to make sure you do something nice for them. Something. And for all of you who are like myself, single, go do something nice for yourself, whether it be a nice bath, whether it be doing something, even if it's free, taking care of yourself. You know, maybe going out to a restaurant or ordering something you don't usually get. Do something nice for yourself. So I can't do grapefruit. It's too sour for my I'm more my palate is more towards sweet. I can do sour, like I love lemons, but for some reason grapefruit just upsets my stomach. I mean, if that's what makes you happy, Kat, go for it. Oh, that sounds so good. And why I mentioned the Valentine's Day and next week is because we have soul love, unconditional love. You are clear, pure love. Nothing from your past will block your dreams. Your future will be nothing like what it has been before. You're at the center of your universe, looking outward through your experiences. When you look out in balance, you are seeing through love and will experience many variations of love. Make love your purpose. Find it wherever you can. If you begin to introduce anything to your world that does not feel like love, shift your awareness, your energy, or your eyes until you return to love. Become so devoted to your purpose of love that no one will sway you from it. Unconditional love is not about tolerating or diminishing yourself to make another feel good. These are conditional actions that will make you feel less than or resentful. If you are trying to believe something that is not your truth, it will feel awful because you're not in agreement with your soul. I will explain that in depth. Your job is to feel balanced in every movement, moment, and the now. If you can't, go easy on yourself, as it is just a sign you are yet to love something about yourself. So a lot of people are curious about the non-duality and the divine neutrality that I have taken and the stance that I have built. That's because my soul is taken over. My oversoul has come emerged to my ego. And what no longer serves me is not renting space in my head anymore. I am trying to seed, like if you watch the video from yesterday from the Voice of Isis, many of us are the Avasha avatar. We are here to seed the Christ consciousness. That's one of my missions. That's what I'm doing. Not because I want people to be letting go of their duality and polarity. I'm not asking you to do that. If it's not your time, it's not your time. But when my time came, I had to drop the things that I disliked, didn't prefer, and even actually hated. And have this, and I got a perception to see it in a different light. And then I was asked to see it in love, in humility, in humanity, in compassion. That's what Yeshua is about. Yeshua walked the earth not caring who you were, what you were, and what language you spoke in. He healed you. He was showing you. He was there. He preached stuff and people didn't even care. People didn't even acknowledge him. He was a mentor, but also a student. I was given no other option because this is my mission to steer clear of the things that I used to hate because I am no longer manifesting for them. I have to manifest for the light. I have to be here for the light. I have to instill the teachings of unconditional love, compassion, and grace to all beings who will give me the ears to hear and the eyes to see. It's not that I don't agree or disagree with many of your opinions. It's just as the path that I need to take. Everybody's pathway is going to be different. And I don't expect everybody to agree with me either. I don't want you to. That'd be scary. Be in alignment with it. Integrate it. That's very important. You have to integrate. Authenticity has a way of unsettling all the pretenders because eventually the veil will drop and people will see reality for what it is in their own timing. And many people's veils are dropping. And a lot of people you thought were authentic are just pretending to be. As the Christ consciousness is the next stage of consciousness, and it involves transcending finite being and entering a divine mode of being. If your angels and guides, no matter if you're good or evil, or you've done something that you're not proud of, or you said something that might have hurt somebody, those are catalysts. Detach the emotional state. But if you can't, just see it the fact that your guides, your angels still love you no matter what choice you make, because they see it in a non dualistic, neutral way that your soul chose a path and it's walking it. They're indifferent to how you walk that path. They're always going to be there to help you and steer you if you took the long route or the short route. They're not leaving you. Your team does not leave you. Sometimes they won't answer you. Like my team is not answering me on certain things. They're like, you're not going to know anything, bitch. See you next Tuesday. Mm-mm. Nope. But for anything else, understand fourth, fourth, and really fifth density is the understanding of unconditional love and applying it and integrating it and walking it and seeding it to others. And not everybody's there yet. And that's where the compassion part lies, is to meet people where they are at in their frequency and not to overwhelm anybody with shit they can't handle. Yes. A service to yourself is not necessarily a negative path because all paths go back and lead to God, source, the infinite intelligence, the photon, the energy, the quantum state, all of it, the negative and the positive when you're living in duality, all of it. The service to self is empowering self to then be a service to others. If you don't have your cup full, you can't fill your cup and give it to others. The service to self polarity of the negative type is having power over others, is self-aggrandizement, it's self narcissism, it's not giving back. It's not doing and seeding for humanity, the light. It's seeding the darkness, which is again part of source. Yes, so there is times where your team needs you in the physical form to figure it out for yourself. Because I've been asking for clarity for months now on why am I in this situation with financially again. I have saved, I have budgeted. I'm not a financial person. I'm not good with numbers. Um, but I made sure that I was not repeating the same past that I had with New York, which again, outside of my control. I control that. I didn't take it. I lost it all. And that really wasn't my fault. Sure, I chose it, but I might have the choices I made when I did sell my house and come here, I gave a little too much to people and kept people afloat a little too long. And was that being taken advantage of or my kindness being extended for a little too long? It could be both. I have a bone spur in C6-7 that's up against my spinal cord, and then a herniated disc with that. I hate that. Uh, bone spurs are no joke. They hurt. Okay, I'm gonna put chicken in over here because chicken's awesome. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to feel what cards they want me to pull. Have you tried castor oil on your feet? Oh, that's cool. Celtic, that's awesome. Um, my birth father has a bow for me, a compact one. I've tried. I don't have tarot. I have Oracle, and I've been pulling. I can't for some reason, even as a kid with a deck, spirit doesn't like to flow through the or tarot. They don't flow. I flow better through the Oracle. Have a good night, Barbara. Feel better. Thank you for coming. I have degenerative disc disease, but I'm not applying that in cancel clear to myself. But that's what I was told I have, as I just knocked my knee into my desk. Look at both sides of the situation. You do not have to agree, but at least be understanding. Spirit on it. Like an eagle. Jesus. Spirit, thanks. It is your time to soar. Do not fear that you will fall. I don't make this shit up. You are a special person. You do make a difference. I hope somebody needed that last one because I know a lot of people are self-doubting. This is not an easy time, guys. For a lot of us are purging out the old system, the old stories, what we told ourselves our whole lives, what our stories are. And it's honoring those stories and letting them go because they're not going with us into the new paradigm. They will always be a part of us. But when you heal it and release it, it no longer has a hold on you. It doesn't have a grasp. You're not energetically being pulled to a storyline or a narrative. And we got to look at that in society right now. What are you being pulled to? What are you giving your energy to? As much as politics dictate a lot of things in our lives, I tried to conversate today with one of the teachers who are very adamant for the other side, and that's totally fine. And everybody there, you know, has a very divisive hate for the other side. And I try being the sound piece of neutrality. I'm like, what if it's affecting you? Well, it's affecting education because I'm going to lose my job. I'm like, well, why are you trying to manifest that for? Be the game changer in the game. Be the game changer in your life. Like you don't like something because this is the belief that you hold that is holding you back, by the way, and you're obsessive over it, change it. Put the energy out there to make change. I said to the teacher today, if you're this adamant about what you feel you're going to be losing, if that is the paradigm you're choosing to live, go and write a letter. Get on board with the group. Make your voice heard. That's why we have freedom of speech. But if you're sitting back idly sitting by and letting the wind blow and all you do is complain, but you're not doing anything about changing your paradigm, right? Like I changed my paradigm. I got a website. I started promoting myself more. I started this channel 30 years ago. I tried different things. What sticked still stands, and what didn't stick is not standing. I got rid of it. To get different results, you have to do different. So I've been merging myself with different I'm trying to get opportunities to come into my life a little bit more. I got a vending event in March, another one in May. I hope to receive I put my application in for the library vendor event again. So I'm trying to put myself out there and get different opportunities to at least someone somewhere might see my work and something might launch off somewhere. Absolutely. Guardian angel. Trust. All unfolds in perfect timing. I don't like my 3D timing, by the way. I don't like it. You are one with divine will. Focus only on love, and all you truly desire will manifest the most perfect moment. Be patient. I, your guardian angel, am watching over you. As you should be, I consigned you. Now I'm just being a little sarcastic. Yeah, the wind can blow in many directions in the stillness. Breakthrough. How many beautiful, heartfelt wishes have been crushed by fear? How many times has society's voice of disapproval cast a shadow on your dreams? It is time to break free of these false beliefs and release your dreams and realize them. Allow your heart to guide you. Trust your inner guidance. The time is right. I'm getting sweaty. Did the temperature change or is I want to know about today. Like what is it? It's 25 degrees here. Ah, So if anybody's out there that likes my paint and sips, I'm still looking for suggestions on the next one that I'll be probably doing between tomorrow or Sunday. Um, the Octurians from what Daniel Scranton and Alexander Quinn, and those are the two most reliable Octurian channels that I know of. I'm not saying that other ones don't uh aren't truthful, or it doesn't necessarily need to be accurate. The Palladians will probably be probably the first ones to land. They're all here anyway. It's just up to your awareness and frequency to see them. Um, and yes, the Arcturians are here because they're helping seed the light. Right now, Cassiopeia, the Syrians are blasting the light codes to us for the memories that are unfolding in the DNA activations. Um, I'm sure they're landing. They're here, but I don't know how much in mass because they don't look like us. Remember, normal sleepy people and raw. I did a TikTok on that. If you watch my TikTok short clips, the other day, the sleepy people are meant to be here, and they still have a part to play on this planet. The fact of the matter is, there's a lot more of them there. There's a lot more of us. If these beings start showing themselves that look different, it's like, I'm going to shoot first and ask questions later. And we don't want to have that. Um, yeah, deplorable. You're getting what I just had the other day, which was not fun. Oh yeah. Uh, Keb, I don't know if you know about the Orion lines. I had that on my alien gray agenda. I'll pull it up right after these cards. Reflection. The energy of reflection supports our growth through the insights we get from the contemplations of self and others. Sensitivity. The frequency of sensitivity helps us open to the world of subtlety and detail while anchoring in a structural foundation, thus supporting us to become more fully multidimensional. This card has been popping up a lot because it wants you to become aware that you are multidimensional. Oh, they have a YouTube? What the hell? Hang on. So, Cab, this is a really interesting site to look at. They revamped this. Holy, I haven't been on here in quite a while. Um, they have a lot of videos on here. Um, okay, cool. But for those of you who have never been on there, the Orion lines, very interesting. Keep your head open and mind explored. Um, there's some stuff that is not easy to stomach on there. Once again, it's not out of fear, it's just out of educating yourself to expanding your mind. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, this has been shouting at me. Um, there's so much going. I'm like, I have too much chatter in my head. Could you all at one point like chill out one at a time? Seriously. Yeah, there's like the cow mutilations, but they revamped that site since I was on it last. So it's probably worth. Oh, what? Roger Jelly. Oh, deplorable Wendy. I had a meme when I first got diagnosed with arthritis, and it was like about the Rice Krispie treat. I snap snap crackle and pop. I snap crackle and pop. I'm a Rice Krispie treat. Well, not a treat, the Rice Krispie bowl and milk, because I don't know if a treat snaps, crackles, and pops the same way. Buckshot. Buckshot. I don't know. Ancestral realm. Karmic release. Healing the lineage. Boundaries. Okay, even though the ancestral realm, like all the past, what we consider past, is all happening right now. In each of the lives that we have been consciously in awareness of that are concurrently happening right now, we're healing this. We came in not only to see light, we came here to actually break the bonds of the curses, the karma, and releasing all the other selves. That's a huge task. I gave you a wrench, Mr. Roger, and you didn't want to be the car repairman. It's a moderator. I didn't even know if I tested it out. Us Staten Islanders are very special, by the way. I could give it to all of you if I wanted to. In every incarnation, we have been blessed to be part of a lineage that helps us live our life and embark on learning experiences. And for hundreds and even thousands of years, those who have walked the earth before us have prayed for a better life. We are an answer to those prayers. Even though they may no longer be on the physical plane, our ancestors are living through our choices and experiences. That's damn straight, Buckshot. None of our ancestors had it perfect after all. They were human too. They made poor choices. They had mistaken views. Many of their intentions were honorable, many were not. All of this is held within the ancestral lineage, as are many beliefs, ideas, and limitations that are outdated, fear-based, and even harmful. All these karmic energies can hold us back. But when someone decides to walk the spiritual path, whether they realize it or not, their life becomes an answer to their ancestors' prayers. When this card comes to you, your life is an answer to a great ancestral call. This is most of us. This card indicates healing on all levels, but particularly on the family line. There may be some ideas and beliefs in your family that you find limiting or negative. Know that they need not be your truth. You have the opportunity to go beyond the limiting and challenging energies of your family lineage. Me, I'm here. Hi. Hi, family I don't talk to. Adopted and birth family. I got two lines to heal. Fucking great. Your ancestors are surrounding you now. They are here to seek forgiveness for any harmful decisions that were made without full awareness and for any negative effects those are having on you now. If you found that a particular family member has been difficult or a relationship has been negatively impacted because of situations or ideas that stem from the past, know that a great cleansing is taking place at this time. This isn't about accepting what happened as fine, but realizing that the energies of the past no longer govern your present. I just said that earlier. It's about choosing to create your own happiness and live from your own heart. Keep your boundaries strong. Be open to carving out a new path. Chicken drop. It's everything that I've been saying, just confined to a word. Word is the bird. Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. Gaia Gateway Activation. Learning experiences, wisdom transmission, earth intelligence. The Gaia Gateway is a chakra that connects us directly with the mind and intelligence of Mother Earth. This chakra is not very well known, but it is now being acknowledged as one of the key energetic spaces we can connect with to activate the ascension process. For many years, ascension has been thought of as a moving beyond the limitations of the body and transcending the physical realm. But it is, in fact, the process of becoming present in the body in full awareness of the spirit within. Yes. Sometimes it is not our role to know how everything will unfold. When you draw this card, it's a reminder to trust the plan. The wisdom of Gaia is with you at this time, and you can enjoy the natural expansion that is taking place. You may have a tendency to go traveling and look to the stars for answers, but realize that the planet you call home has much to offer too. You have been chosen to be here. This may not be easy to accept, especially if your current reality is a harsh one. But your current experiences are vital for your growth. The earth herself cannot escape the challenges that she is facing at this time. Learn from her strength. Learn from her yearning for a better future. Come back to her. She is your chosen home. That was fun. Gaia was like, I love you, but I don't love you. No, Gaia's consciousness. It's divine timing and divine orchestration because each of us has our own divine timing, right? And it's when our soul deems us worthy of having things drop in because of alignments, right? I know a lot of things happened in divine timing for me, but it's that the process sucks. But like I was saying in the channel members only reading, we're being asked to connect back to earth, nature itself, because the natural law that a lot of people just don't quite grasp just yet is the one thing that we can all connect to at any place on this planet. I can look out my window. I don't need to be outside to ground. I can look out the trees. Freya is chirping at birds and meowing and being adorable. And me sitting at the window with her, trying to get the video of birds eating cat food, I'm still connecting to the essence and beauty of nature and how animals and just all the natural things that occur in life flow. And it's beautiful. And we're being asked to take those little moments during the day and appreciate them. Well, we're all on the fool's journey, taking the big giant leap of faith into the unknown. The Active Side of Infinity, Carlos Castaneda, a fantastic book, and I do that reading on this channel. Highly suggested to read that. His work is fantastic, by the way. I love Carlos Castaneda. I have some more books behind me. That's a lot of his stuff. I don't think I could read, but I might do my insights on. Still tackling the holographic universe book. Um, Still blowing my mind. Still blowing my mind. Oh, that's awesome, Ashmaya. Now let's hope your little Thor doesn't eat him. That was my fear. I think I pulled this one yesterday. Follow your vision. Never lose sight of what really is important. Release your creative energies. I am doing that every day. Make use of them in your life. The time of guilt and seriously, I shuffled. A lot of these cards came out the other day. The time of guilt and shame ends now. Forgive yourself and begin to love yourself just as you are. Self-acceptance. Follow the path of your soul. Do not allow anyone or anything to stop you. Yes. I don't think the birds that are landing, it's hard to see because they're not crows and they're not ravens. Um, they're just really dark. And I have like my screen that blocks me from seeing what they are. And then as soon as I try to go film them, they fly away. Um, I'll look in a minute. So Ash Maya also has a Thor. that looks like, I swear she sent me a picture. It looks like little Thor. It's freaking funny. So both of us have black cats that come to our yards for love and food. It's quite hilarious. But that's good because we have cats that are protecting our land. Oh, I got a lot of energy. Lots and lots of energy. They're pretty meaty birds. I have woodpeckers, a lot of them. I did have a woodpecker on the tree earlier today when I got home because Freya was like going ballistic, but it was tiny. But those don't come and eat cat food. Swear these birds, I put a whole so like little Thor has a big bowl. If you watch my shorts in the morning, I have a big bowl of cat food. And I have the same bowl I put with bird seed. I had bird seed left over. Like not an open bag. The bag was not open. I just opened it and I poured bird seed into the bowl. The birds are not eating the fucking seed. They're still eating the cat food. So I don't know what's in the cat food that they like. Have fun, Christina. Thank you for earlier. You rock. Have fun. I hope you win if you play. I am curious about my true nature. I seek to understand myself. I gather more wisdom each day. I seek truth and act upon my realizations. And that one was the one that gave me a lot of, ooh, I know my shadow side and work to willingly transform aspects of it. You need your shadow. Bigly. You need your shadow. I don't think I'm pulling. I don't feel anything from this deck this today. You're going off to the side, buddy. All right. Rebecca Campbell it is. I don't, maybe once I pulled from this deck. This is the Healing Waters. She got some fantastic Rebecca Campbell. She's a Hay House author. She has some good Starseed books I have on that shelf, like self-realization stuff. So of course, Spirit is asking to remind you all, where are you placing your energy in the everyday moment? What are you allowing to rent space in your head? What are you trying to manifest in your life to better it? Are you waiting on something? Um, are you sharing your experiences with others? For everybody that's in the chat, thank you for being so open. Amy, that's usually in the chat, she's Auntie Amy, for Little Thor. She was blown away by how many people were being supportive with her experience. And that's kind of the community that I'm trying to grow, and all of you are in that awareness. I want you guys to share Oh, these are old. I had these decks. I have a whole cart of decks. She's really appreciative that she can share that stuff here because she doesn't know where to put her experiences in. Because she's still worried that other people are going to judge her or think she's nuts. And I'm at that point where I could care the F less. Bring it on. Because I don't see anything outside of the realm of crazy because it doesn't exist. I mean, most people are like, oh, you might think I'm crazy. I'm the definition of crazy if you want to really think about it. I say I lived on a Stargate. I did. I am the Stargate. And that's not coming from an ego space because all of you are a beautiful aspect and component of this world. No, no, and that's the thing. Like some people experience the aliens, other people have experienced Nessie, the Mothman, aliens. I mean, it doesn't need to be any one thing. These things exist outside of our reality in 3D in this little container that we're in. And as we are opening up and just having an experience, like Amy was with her husband and they went camping and they were in their highest excitement, really ready to, have fun and just sit and enjoy nature. You're in your high frequency point at that. And you know what? The Bigfoot came in to probably help get them out of there because they were in harm's way in some manner. I don't think Bigfoot's bad. Um, that's awesome, Ashmaya. That's awesome. Teleportation is they're finding the mathematical quantum states of math to figure it out because we know it exists. They're just catching up to us. Which one first? See, I talked to myself because I asked the upstairs. What first? All right. The sirens. Use your voice, expansion, freedom. This card is an invitation to own your gifts, to share your voice, and surrender into the most expanded version of you and who you are. To give yourself to the music that plays within, to share your song without wavering, to be free and to dance unrestricted. In life, there is an opportunity to become more and more alive and free with each passing day. However, most of us feel more and more trapped by the life that we've so consciously created. What do you need to do to embrace life fully? How can you step into your most expansive self? Often, while we're growing up, we experience hurt, losses, and endings that we fail to address. Those memories stagnate within us, and it becomes harder to dance and sing. However, every moment of your life is an opportunity to change, to thrive and grow. Every moment is an opportunity to express yourself, to find your natural, unique way to dance and sing. I don't make that shit up. I don't. Have a good night, Wendy. I'm almost done. Ride the waves, life lessons and growth. You will get through this. Life's pressures and challenges invite us to transform in the process. They can cause calm seas to gain momentum and waves to form. While at the time it can feel overwhelming, our true character is born through these usually unexpected changes that life delivers. Our experiences shape us. The most compassionate people in the world are the ones who know the real depths of life. The ones who have the capacity to understand us are those who have been through their own choppy waves. The ones who are able to hold us when we feel most out of our depth are those who have been through that itself, through it themselves. Sorry. Hello, dyslexia. Be like the surfer, and instead of reacting to the waves or seeing them as things to be avoided, choose to respond. And when possible, see if you can find a way to ride those waves all the way to the shore. There may be times when you fall off your board, but you'll meet fellow surfers who are riding their own wave back to themselves. I don't make up my connection to upstairs, and everything that I say is reflected in the reading. Yes, and thank you, Buckshot, for the reminder. For tomorrow, please go check out Telegram and Facebook. I'm sure Buckshot or Dina will post a link to the We Not Me channel for the Zoom call tomorrow. Please make sure you're there if you're open to discover that. I think last show I posted the link. I don't know if it changes. Buckshot, let me know, because I'll go grab it and I'll post it in the links after the show. But yes, there is a show. There is a private Zoom, so it's just a whole collective of people that talk and have fun and just get vent. So if you are free, it's usually around 2 Eastern, 1 Central. Always the same, like, all right, cool. So I will try to post that again in my link section, which is right under the video, and all the description stuff, it's in there. So yeah, go check that out. Sometimes I show up, sometimes I stay. Tomorrow I'll be at the post office for I don't know how long. We'll see what happens. I also ran out of water. I have to go get water. Um, the Water Oracle, psychic abilities, acting on visions, it's destined. The Water Oracle. The earliest documentation of scrying reaches back to ancient Babylonia. It's believed that the scryer would add oil or flour to a bowl and then read the resulting mixture to receive helpful visions. This divination practice is referred to as lacanomancy, and it's a form of hydromancy. When the water oracle appears before you, it is a sign that something is destined, written in the stars. Maybe you're living with the question at the moment, or perhaps you've received unexpected guidance to make a change in your life, but you're unsure whether it's in your head or in your heart talking. The Water Oracle delivers a message to trust your intuition and the messages and visions you've been receiving. It's a card of a confirmation and encouragement to act on your visions and embody your intuition. It can also be a sign that your psychic intuitive abilities are growing stronger, that you have the gift of clear vision and are being encouraged to work on this craft more deeply. however you divine. If you want to divine, you don't have to. Oh, that's awesome. My dad didn't have any cool funsies of that sort. I wish. I'm going to do two more decks and then I'm going to peace out. Oh, that was a portal, Scott. Time space dilation within your space. I hope to get Dina on here one day to talk about her experiences. That's right, Roger. I'm just waiting on clarity on what to do like, am I taking an equity loan out? Am I going back to school? Am I changing careers? You know, I would love to stay home and do this all day and read books. I've tried to do book reviews. I don't know what site. Every time I go on a site that says they'll pay you to do a book review, I get sent into 1,000 different loops. That's all scammy. So I would love to do book reviews and stay home and do videos all day. Uh, but that reality has not manifested for me just yet. No, Scott, and and sometimes it's the land itself that's activating. Like I said earlier with the electrical waves, you might have something that is sparking an electrical occurrence that you're feeling and your body is responding via a portal or a time dilation that you're feeling. Our lovely friend Dina, and that's her story to tell. I hope one day expresses her experiences. She has them too. Be grateful. Be thankful to those who assist you and even to those who are messing your life up. They all come for a karmic reason. This brings you closer to divine. And trust me, I am very thankful for all of you because this would not be possible without all of you. Make a commitment. Stay committed to whatever aspect in your life, relationships, career, path, or your self-development all need a strong sense of responsibility because you have a long way to go. Fuck me. Ah, have a long way to go. Great. Learn from the past. All of the success and failures are supposed to come to your life and give you precious lessons. They don't come to knock you down, but sure will make you much stronger and wiser with time. Preserve your energies. Don't let things or people with low vibrations interfere with your sacred space. If they no longer serve you, just give up on them and simply let go. Don't forget to restore your energy after a storm. I was going to have to chicken there in a minute for a second. Okay, I'm going to pull some gems. I like these gem cards. And then I'm being called to do one more and then the ending deck. Spirit is very Spirit's not being concise. Yep, that's how you create portals. You use water. Some people use the earth, some people air, some fire, or a mixture of all. Were the different colors looking like oil when you put oil on water and and you shine a light on it and it's all oily with the colors going in mix? I have to clear my energy. Holy crap. I mean, it's not a bad thing. I'm just, oh, I'm pulling a lot of energy right now. Phantom quartz, embrace change. And a lot of changes incoming to our paradigm. Labradorite, see the magic. Mm. Lemurian quartz. I am trying to find authentic Lemurian quartz. If anybody knows of gem dealers and how expensive they are, I mean, eventually when I get back on my feet, I would like one of these. Practice patience. Hard for us fire signs. And one of my favorite green gems, malachite. It's time to transform. Damn straight. When I do my shielding exercises and I go into any type of meditation, I shield myself. I get a rainbow. Like after I do my golden light and the white light that goes in, the eggshell comes out, the Merkaba starts forming, it starts speeding up and rapidly, a big bubble of color, rainbow, but the colors all intertwine and swirl around, comes in around the Merkaba. And then I have a plasmic shield that comes down. It looks like a cage. And then sometimes I'll throw the mirrors on the outside of all of that. I have a very vivid uh meditative state shielding practice. I don't know why they want me to pull these. Once again, the same card. Pulled this the other day. Hope, authentic reclamation. It's time to call back all the lost parts of yourself. That goes back to the ancestral card. Seraphil, heart of devotion. Let the cup of your heart be filled through commitment and dedication. The second card of dedication and commitment. Raphael, clarity of vision. Be willing to see things differently to initiate healing in experience and wholeness. So maybe one of these creatures of lovely delight is with us right now. I have a feeling it's Raphael. As all timelines are merging, you also have to take that into consideration, Scott, that you're merging with your higher timelines. with this one. Like there's a merger going on. So there's a lot of energy going on and it's electrically happening. I think the challenging aspect for a lot of people right now is the understanding that we are shifting and merging timelines. And we haven't chosen really consciously with the with humanity what timeline we want to jump to. Shinkta, Shinkta, too many. The spiritual worlds want to help you resolve your worldly concerns. It is safe for you to rely on spirit as a loving, protective, helpful, and practical presence, able to positively affect all areas of your life, including facilitating the resolution of physical problems. Do not limit your spirituality to concepts. Instead, apply your higher knowledge and principles. Grow your wisdom and live your path. Acknowledge your value as a person, as a soul. Treasure the gift of your path and let your spiritual integrate with all facets of your life. We feel connected to all that is. So we are inspired to do what we can to help according to our tendencies and talents. We co-create rather than compete. Keyword. We accomplish our aspirations because we are no longer in our heads, but practicing our spiritual path daily. Our practices resonate with our hearts, increasing our awareness, love, presence, patience, commitment, and peace. Our spiritual practices are our life raft when the oceans of life become wild, and our magic carpet when we feel stuck and need inspiration and freedom. Our practices increase our compassion for ourselves and others. When Shinkta is in your reading, you have both permission and encouragement from spirit to embrace spiritual practices that resonate with your heart and commit to them, especially when you think you don't need them or they don't seem to be doing anything for you. Those are the times you need them the most. This oracle brings notice of an opportunity to apply your spiritual principles. You're encouraged to consider how you can live so that your inner beliefs and outer actions are in alignment. This is not about denying the ego and its pains. It's about having compassion and responding from a place of kindness and determination to heal. This oracle also suggests a matter of a material or physical concern can be touched and healed by spirit. Your task is to invite spirit in and allow it to do what it knows how to do. Find relief in the knowledge that spirit is with you and wants you to heal through all matters of concern. Well, that's comforting. That's awesome, Scott. I can't wait for spring here because I need to go back and do my walking. I miss my little park and my walks. I like to walk. Um, Spirit brought it, validates a lot of things that I say. And just to be a sassy little SOB that I am, for somebody that might need it, Seriously, just do it. And sorry, this isn't mirrored, so you have to have the brain capacity to read backwards. You are loved. You are here for a reason. Don't F it up. This is the sassy oracle. Make better effing choices. If you're pissed at where you are, then stop taking yourself there. You look like a shit show. You're a hot mess. Fact, clean yourself up. I don't make this up. I don't make this up. Funny funnies. These are funnies. I love these cards. They're funny. You are the best thing to ever happen to you. Go easy on your ass. Buy your own damn drink. Like I said about Valentine's Day, I'll be live. But please make sure that you take the time out during the day. And I don't care about the satanic things that people say about holidays, the hallmark quality of holidays. Give these things a permission slip to actually self-care. Do something for yourself that you ordinarily don't do maybe every once in a while. Like Bob just said, I shaved yesterday. So take Valentine's Day and do something for yourself, whether it be like give yourself a haircut. For females, do your nails, um, take a bath, read a book, have some wine, whatever it is. You don't need to spend anything, but do something good for yourself. You know, we're always thinking about others on holidays, and we lack the doing for our own selves to give ourselves empowerment or at least a rest. Do something for yourself. Jeez Louise. I mean, it's not for me, this is like spring. It's 25. Oh, I now finally see the link. Awesome, awesome. I'll go grab it. I will grab it. So, guys, tomorrow, for anybody that's interested, there is a private Zoom. I mean, it's open to people, whoever wants to come, but it's not live. It's not going to be posted anywhere. It's just a place for people to come and talk. And usually Buckshot, Bob, myself, Christina, and a few other beautiful souls are there. Roger are there and just hang out. And sometimes we speak, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we walk away to make food and do laundry, and then we come back and conversate. So it's a free go and come as you please. Um, if you're interested, please definitely join. So since Charlene left, let's hope she gets back to me with what she wants. But Charlene won any one of these beautiful paint and sip paintings that I've created. She gets to choose which one. That was the prize. She gets to choose which one she wants, and I will ship that over to her. So she gets to pick, and then Ash Maya, since Eric isn't on, you get to choose if you want one or something else. And Eric, that is not on tonight, but he won. I will email him and let him know what's going on. But I want to thank everybody for joining tonight. Um, I mean, spirit is very clear with the messages, and that's just my higher self and the ascended masters and the angels and all of that talking and pretty much putting words in my mouth. Um, to dig in and do the work on yourself, to acknowledge your abilities, stop ignoring the fact that you're seeing things out of the corner of your eye, start looking into what those things are, tune into your environment, make sure that you're grounding, make sure you're taking care of your needs, think differently, try to transmute your mindset when something is triggering you or bothering you. Like, just don't let it go off to the wayside. Make sure that you're doing the work to figuring things out, and it takes time. It's a process. It's not a one and done thing. Healing is never going to be a one and done thing. It's a lotus that unravels until you really shed the last layer of it. And that could take years. So always give yourself compassion for those things. Always. Make sure you're not allowing the outside world to rent space in your freaking brains. Love you all. You don't need to argue with anybody anymore about how they view reality. It's not worth your energy. Your energy is placed with love, not in hate, because it's not going to get us anywhere. We already lived in the hate for such a long time. If we want different, we got to think different. And the hate thing is it's an old shit. It's a shit show. It's old. Why do we want it? Because it's not has not produced results for us. So stop allowing that stuff to rent space in your head. If you want to objectively listen to another paradigm or a person describing what they perceive is going on in the world, great. Don't take it in. Don't absorb it. Objectively listen, thank you, out your ear. Don't expose your stuff. It's not about triggering at this point. It's putting your boundaries up. What you need to understand is what's going to serve you in your life is going to attract to you. Feed it, integrate it. The things that are no longer serving you, are going to fade away from you, or it's going to be forced. I don't make these rules up. It's upstairs. Your spirit team is going to come down at one point and kick you in the ass, and is going to make you change. So sometimes it's gentler on you to just make change by yourself and not have an intervention from upstairs. I've had two that almost killed me, literally. Barbara, I love you. I love you guys. I love you all so very much. And thank you so much for supporting me and for those of you who can support me in the channel memberships, that's great. There's so many ways to support the channel that keeps it up. Zoom isn't free, even though YouTube is free. The internet bill is definitely not free. I also hope to get to T-Mobile tomorrow to figure out what goes on with the internet so I can cancel the other one. Because that's expensive. So I just want to thank everybody for showing up and showing up for yourselves, because it's not just about me. This is a community of everybody coming together and sharing themselves freely, openly, without judgment. We need this. The more of you that speak up, the more that it's put into the ether, the more it's going to spread. And we're all about love and light, and not pretending about being love and light. We're actually walking and going through it and experiencing it. And we're going through the darkness of the void to obtain that light, and we earned it. So make sure you're going within. Sending each and every one of you love, light, compassion, grace, shielding, and protective energy. Please go within. Be the shoulder, be the lighthouse, seed your truth. Please check the description below. Buckshot, are you going on with Janine tomorrow? If there's a link, I'll post it too. Make sure we're also supporting the other friends in our in this community. Buckshot does go on Turn the Page with Janine on Rumble and YouTube. Um, he Buckshot's an amazing person. Make sure that you're supporting him over there if there is a show tomorrow. I'll see if I can get the link. But also make sure you're on Telegram or Facebook, and we'll circulate those links there. Um, if any, awesome. If anybody has any painting ideas or craft ideas, shoot me email or leave a comment. Let me know an idea for me to paint. I mean, this was just out of my head, but you know, I don't do these just for me. I do them for everybody because I want you to paint with me because I love you. Chicken says go within. Spread the love and the light. I hope I might drop in tomorrow. We'll see in the Zoom. Please go check out my other videos. There'll be more channel member videos incoming. Take a breath. It's just beginning. Have a blessed and beautiful night, everybody. Please be safe, be seen. Thank you for your support. My gratitude to everybody who helps me out in any way possible with prayers and love. Awesome, Buckshot. You rock. I'm gonna just copy in this. Wrong link. Oh, don't rush, Buckshot. I'm not getting I'll wait for your link. Have a good night, everybody. If you want to, Buckshot, I can wait for you. Or you could just drop it in the comments. The video doesn't take that long to upload. Or I could find it and post it in the links. I'll do that. Love to all. I hope to see everybody in chat at least at some point on Sunday. Tomorrow I might compose a quantum AI and metaphysical ponderings video. I have to watch that video that I mentioned earlier about quantum information and panpsychism. So that should be very interesting. Once again, my gratitude to everybody who shows up and supports me. It means a lot. I've supported so many people, and sometimes I had to get over the hurt that they don't reciprocate. But I'm not for everybody. I am not everybody's cup of coffee, and I have acknowledged that. So I want to thank those of you who show the love and the light towards me, because it keeps me doing what I'm doing and it gives me purpose. So thank you. Until the next one, guys, all you need is love and go in your heart space. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. And the next live is Tuesday for Craft and Sip. Well, I love tea too, but coffee. Until the next one, guys, thank you for showing up, and I hope to see you.